Hey, so I wanted to share my Forge map creation. It's outfitted to play CTF, and I want to add a King of the Hill mode where there's a third base area. But for right now, it's just CTF and Slayer, and other modes like that that don't require objectives and stuff. But here we are at Blue Spawn, Blue Base, really. And I guess I'll start over, actually down here. So up here is the spawn room. Then you drop down and you've got your armory. Usually there is an invasion module there. But you got all your guns. It's pretty much every single Covenant weapon. That's the blue base theming, is Covenant. Then you can come back here. It won't go out because it's a one-way door. But out there you've got some Revenants and Wraiths, and I actually did go out, so I'll show you the outside. On the outside, we've got this front area. It's all mined up, and it's got some destroyed vehicles for decor. But you got this small low wall that you can't really jump over. If you have a jetpack, obviously you can get over. But it's lined with these towers. Each of them have a plasma turret, and then there are these gunner platforms. They have a plasma turret there, and then a shade turret as well. They're just the AA version. And up there you can see red base, and we'll get there. But this is how you enter blue base. You come up through this tower, and then come through this tunnel, and you get back in the armory. And there's the evasion module. But yeah, so you got all your Covenant guns, so you can stick with your Covenant theming, except if you don't like Covenant guns. Sorry. In there you can see flag, and that's where we're gonna go next. Some more just decor, filling up empty spots. I don't know if you've noticed, but everything has been labeled, all of the essential spots. Blue base is a little less labeled because it's more open and a lot more bendy, and it'll be a bit more frustrating to set up the tags for like every walkway. But here you've got a Seraph from the campaign. It's one of the heavy fighters for the Covenant. And then you can come down here. You've got flag room, and that's another one-way door that you saw outside. And here's your capture point for blue. You can come up here to blue tower, which is where the beam rifle spawns at the top here. And it actually has a pretty decent view over the land. I made sure to keep those things open. So the run up to the blue flag, it's all open to this spot. Obviously the exterior is the vehicles, and then that whole landing bay area, which we'll actually go to next. That jump. Alright, actually I'll just do this so I don't have to run around again. Then up here you have your vehicle bay. The Covenant side, the blue team, they only have a Pelican. A transport Pelican, it has no guns. But they do have two Banshees and obviously the Seraph. And then over here they have a fuel rod. Shade turret. That's pretty much it for blue side. It is still pretty extensive. But we'll give you the blue team experience of flying up to capture the red flag. So you hop in your transport Pelican. You gotta get up to the red ship. Red ship is much more extensively decorated and labeled. As you can see, we're on red roof right now. It's kind of the closest I can get. It's got all these turrets on the side. And then down here is the capture room. You can actually see if I go down one of these, it'll be labeled as red bunker. Oh, maybe on this side. Yeah, you saw it for a second. Red bunker. The flag is down in here, and then that's how you get back out. I made sure that the flag run-up is pretty, not difficult, but you can't just walk right into it. You gotta go through the base. So down here is the first helipad for red team. There's one on the opposite side that looks identical. And in here, you have Catwalk and the Saber. I think, yeah, the Saber. You got some more decoration. It's kind of loosely decorated in here. Then back here, you've got the Armory. And this has all UNSC weapons. This is their theming. Got the good old faithful DMR. Down here, you do have your special weapon spawns. Obviously down there, they have the gravity hammer and the energy sword. Here you have Spartan laser and a target designator. But this is pretty nicely decorated. You got some ammo crates over here, actual working crates, and working ammo for like the sniper and the spanker. Then obviously the Saber. It is flyable. Same with the Seraph. And if you've played the game, you know that you will need the Saber to combat the Seraph, and vice versa. You can't really bring down a Saber and a Banshee. It doesn't really work very well. Then back here, you have red spawn. It's pretty... uh-oh. Well, I'll fix that. But you do have red spawn. It's pretty lackluster. It's just some spawn points. I did try to give, since red has this big enclosed base, I tried to give blue a better run-up, like to their weapons and to their vehicles, so they're going to be a little bit quicker to get out of the base, whereas red, they will have a bit more of a run to get all of their vehicles, and obviously they don't have any ground vehicles. Here's another point where blue can enter. This is the bridge. Doesn't actually have any purpose, but we're out here at the radio tower. You could obviously land a Falcon, Banshee. You can run up and then you have your teleporter here to get down right below red spawn. You can run out, and then up here is probably my favorite part. Really doesn't serve that much of a purpose, but this is the turrets. I have them down at an angle to where you can actually engage down there. And you can hit. It's a little awkward if you aim up too high, but they are there. So you do have full turret cover. It's only the fuel rod turrets. There are no anti-air turrets. There's only a big anti-air up top. Then back here, you have Red Bunker, which is where the flag and your capture point is. So even the capture point for red, it's a slightly longer run. I tried to make it a little bit more difficult for red since they have a much better base. It's marginally difficult because their base is marginally better, but it can be noticeable in the game. But yeah, you even have, I guess you do have one ground vehicle, and you have a little electric cart. So obviously that will be doing a lot. But yeah, this is the map. It's outfitted for CTF currently. I want to put... Oh, you have these side doors with turrets on red base. Also, realistically not going to do much. Maybe against the Banshee, but more just for design. Unique armor effects for blue is the evasion module, and up here it's the delve. Everything else both teams have. So it's relatively small for both sides, but little differences. What I want to do is over here, I'm thinking of putting the actual King of the Hill base. I'm not super sure where it's going yet. It might go in the cave. I'd like something for more ground combat for red team. So more of the Unicy vehicles, get some more hugs and maybe a Scorpion. But so I'm gonna try to put a camp somewhere for them, just so that they have that option available to them. Because right now, obviously, they can't. But yeah, that's everything. It is fully playable. Right now, it's set up for 6 players, but you know, that could obviously be easily changed, just adding more spawns, a couple more weapons. But yeah, that's everything.